Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video we are going to be going over the history of 404 very briefly. I'm not going to be going into super detail unless you guys really want me to, then we can do another video another time going into a bit more detail, but this is just a rough sort of history of the team, where we started, where we came from, and maybe a little insight into where we're planning to go in the future. So without further ado, let's get straight into the video. I will be doing this whole video by myself, there won't be anybody else, it's just going to be me sat down to the camera talking. And yeah, let's get straight into it. So, in 2018, me and 3 friends made a YouTube group called 𝗦𝗢𝗓404, and we got the idea of the name, and this is where the name for 404 came from, subconsciously, weirdly, but I'll explain that in a minute. But we made a group called 𝗦𝗢𝗓404. The 2 reasons were, 1, there was 4 of us. The second was I had an error message that came up on my screen when I was trying to search my YouTube channel, which by then I'd had for 2 years. I was trying to search for the YouTube channel and there was an error screen. And that's where we got the idea from. What was it, 2018? How old was I? Like 13 at the time. And that's where the idea of it came from. That's where the name at least came from. And yeah, that's literally it. That's all there was to it. In case you want to know who the 4 people were, it was me, it was Lewis, who is still in 404 to this day. It was Charlie, which if you are an OG, you will know Charlie was actually in the team about a year ago. 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗜𝗔𝗟𝗦 was his original name, but it was 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗍 when he was in 404. Actually a pretty good Fortnite player. And the final one was somebody called Dan, but you won't know him unless you watched my streams about 5 years ago. So if you're that OG, then you might recognise the name from a very old GTA stream, but he's not really been in anything else other than GTA and 𝗦𝗢𝗓404 all those years ago. So, oh, sorry about that, my phone. It's off. So, that was 2018. Now we have to fast forward all the way to 2019. Now we are going back to an OG team I was in. Let me go get the jersey. We are going all the way back to Team Villainous. Villainous Detrouty. Beautiful. Look at that. Had it hanging up on my wall. I also have the flag over there, but it's like, it's on my, I can't show you, but it's like on my, like chest of drawers. So I can't show you the flag, but it's there. It looks really clean. Fast forward to 2019, I joined Team Villainous in May of 2019, and it was a very good team. A lot of what Villainous had is what inspired me to make 404. It was a very family-feeling team. It was very content-focused, which I loved. They had a very strong esports side in Call of Duty and CSGO, and they had some really good clothing, which a lot of it I've brought onto 404. Now, there was the flaws. In my eyes, you know, there was a few things that I didn't see eye to eye with how they ran it, but overall the team was very good, especially when I was there, obviously. But I had a lot of fun with Villainous, and a lot of that inspired me to make 404. So, around December 2019, and this is the only actual pinpoint thing I'm going to tell you about Villainous, I came up with the idea in Christmas for a Villainous award show video, where we basically got the community to vote on who their favourite Villainous member was, and then we'd do like a video of it, and if you've seen the video, you've seen the video. Editor JT, please play a quick clip of me destroying my hand on my green screen.
And smash the bell!
Yeah. If you remember that, then fair play. It's one of my favourite videos. It's probably the video I'm most proud of. But that was the inspiration for 404 award show, and it's something that will be happening this year as well. Don't you worry. Anyway, fast forwarding to February 2020, 𝗦𝗢𝗓𝗦 left Villainous, which was one of the 3 owners. It was 𝗦𝗢𝗓𝗦, 𝗦𝗢𝗓, and 𝗦𝗢𝗓, and 𝗦𝗢𝗓 left, and a lot of other of the core members. 𝗦𝗢𝗓, if you know 𝗦𝗢𝗓, extra 𝗦𝗢𝗓. She left, Lefty from Assault left, Echo from Ascent, I don't think he's in Ascent anymore, but anyway, a lot of the core members left, a lot of my friends left, and with 𝗦𝗢𝗓𝗦 leaving, it kind of left an empty fielding a team for me. 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗓 was one of the first people that I sort of met in Villainous, and we became really good friends. To this day we are. And it felt like the team wasn't quite the same. So after a lot of time thinking, and this was a really hard decision for me because I love Villainous, I decided to leave and sort of go with my idea, because I had an idea in the back burner that I'd bring back 404 at some point. Well, not bring back 404, but bring an esports team together and run that. So basically what I did is I just wrote down some positions and who I'd want filling them, and everything sort of went from there. And as soon as I'd done that, I was like, holy shit, I actually really like this idea and want to pursue it. So fast forward a couple of weeks, a little thing called COVID-19 happened, and the whole fucking world shut down. And my school ended. I was in year 11, which is like the final year of school for us, and it just shut. The school shut. So on the Friday, the very Friday that school ended, 404 officially began production. A bunch of us got in a call. There was like 8 of us. We were all brainstorming names, colours, brand identity. We really wanted to focus on the brand identity first. You know, the name, the colours, the logo, the ideas, how we want to actually be seen. And the main focus that all of us came to, and the main conclusion we all came to, is we want to have some fucking cool merch. You know, we wanted to have hats, we wanted to have flags, we wanted to have shirts, we wanted to have jerseys, you know? We wanted to have everything we could get our hands on merch-wise. And if you want to see a full merch haul of everything that I own, let me know, because I have a shit ton of 404 merch that I would love to show off at some point. Anyway, we had so many names, I don't even remember half of them, but we narrowed it down to Symmetry, and at one point I was in my room bored. At this point I did have COVID, funny enough. I got really fucking ill with COVID. But I was bored in my room, I had COVID, and the name 404 came to mind. And I really fucking liked this name. Unfortunately, Stax didn't like the name. He really liked Symmetry, and you know, there was a lot of arguments, but pretty much everyone who was involved said yeah, 404, except for Stax. Stax left to go pursue Symmetry. He merged it with a team called... I think he actually joined another team as an owner, and then they rebranded to Symmetry. I can't remember what their name was, but I actually liked their name before a little bit more. But that was a really cool team. It did end, unfortunately, but I really fucked with the owners. I thought they were really cool. We got down to our name 404. I thought of it subconsciously, funny enough, but obviously it must have been my brain reminding myself of Error 404 from years ago, because that's probably where I got the idea from. But yeah, so that's where the name 404 came from. The original team, and I should probably go over the original team. So the original team from day one consisted of myself, 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗓𝗦, who you probably won't remember, but if you know 𝗦𝗢𝗓𝗏, it's 𝗦𝗦𝗓𝗏. Lewis, Rory... No, Lewis wasn't actually there originally, but he was there from launch. Rory, Big Mac, Dakota, which is DK Dax, if you know him, and Stax was the original 7. Fast forward a little bit, still got COVID. I had it for about a month. This is the point where I got really ill. I had to completely leave everything, like, esports related. I couldn't stream, I couldn't, you know, I was in a lot of pain. I got really ill with it. So I was in my bedroom. Basically, I have 2 rooms because this is my office, the other one's my bedroom. My nan and granddad used to live in my bedroom. They've moved out because they moved from Cyprus. Long story, I'm not going to go into that. Sorry, I'm waffling. But yeah, so I went into my bedroom and I was basically just lying there all day. I couldn't watch TV or anything. I couldn't go on my phone. It was too much strain. And I couldn't eat, which was a fun thing. Anyway, yeah, me, Lewis, and Rory just decided we wasn't really happy with... well, I wasn't really happy with how Villainous is running. So we got back to work. We went back to the drawing boards. This is where Lewis jumped in. And 404 started to become something we could actually work with, you know. We managed to pay off the thing for the merch provider. Brilliant news. We decided to not do the website from launch because that would have been a fucking nightmare. And to hold it off because it wasn't a big rush to get the website out. And still to this day, the website isn't out. But I have some news about that a little bit later, which I've kind of just leaked, but hey-ho. And yeah, we got to August 2020, everything was great, and we launched. It went really well. The community was pretty strong from the start. I think we hit our first 200 in the first month. I'm pretty sure we had 200 before September rolled around. We started to get a strong SSB community going, which is Smash, competitive Smash. We had some of the top 100s in the world. It was going really well. And then come October 2020, we started our first RC. Now, you probably know that there is 3 owners of 404. So where do they come into play? Well, they come into play exactly here in the 404 RC. 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗓𝗦 and Dankers were never original members, which is crazy. They were actually community members, you know, they were fans of the team, and when the 404 RC rolled around, they grinded for it. And we chose them because they were very good. 𝗦𝗢𝗓𝗦 was amazing in Call of Duty and awesome in Fortnite, you know, and Dankers made some pretty fucking cool content, and it was funny as fuck, and watching Dankers scream is the funniest thing ever.
Where are you?
Here.
Okay. There should be another voodoo doll, yeah.
Throwing stuff about!
So, we recruited them along with 2 others. The RC went well, we come to Christmas, and this is where we really push content. Christmas content absolutely slaps. I love making Christmas content when it comes to YouTube. And just you wait for what we have in plans for this year, it's going to be amazing. So, come Christmas, we have 2 awesome videos lined up. Christmas Bake Off, which featured me and Phoebe, which was the first time Phoebe had been like anything to do with publicly 404. This was the first time Phoebe was sort of introduced to the 404 community. As this video goes up, we would have been going out for a year. I'm pretty sure this video is going out on our 1-year anniversary. It just depends if it goes up on the Friday or the Saturday. If it's on the Friday, it's our 1-year anniversary today. If it's the Saturday, it was yesterday. But, you know, 4 months later, you know, we're doing some content together. So we did the Christmas Bake Off, which was me and Phoebe versus Rory and his brother versus Spence, which is Bailey, and his sister Chelsea, who is also a 404 member. And yeah, we did the Christmas Bake Off. That was hilarious. It was one of the best content we'd done on the channel. We was very proud of it. I had to edit it myself, which is a nightmare. I don't mind editing, but I'm pretty shit at it. And it was horrific. It was so hard to edit. And JT, good luck for this year's Christmas Bake Off from me. But JT, who's editing this, is a much better editor than me, so don't worry. He's got this under control, I bet. Moving into, yeah, the video went down really well. Then we got to 404 Award Show. That went really well. And the whole sort of Christmas era of 404 was so well. It went down so well. The community loved it, and it was really good. And that, I feel like that really inspired us to keep going. So rolling into January 2020, we recruited 2 general managers. 𝗦𝗢𝗓𝗦𝗓𝗦, who you all know. He is amazing. He was basically my second in command when it came to 404 at the time. As well as Burks, who is working with Unity. He made EUK, and he's a pretty awesome manager. It didn't work out too well with Burks. It wasn't anyone's fault. It just wasn't the right fit. You know, sometimes teams don't work as well as you want them to with yourself. You know, visions don't align. It didn't work out. That's fine. Dankers and Dead Puppet went to Eastern Media. Pika went to Pika went to a good team as well. I forgot their name. Sorry, Pika. You're great. You're a great content creator. We love Pika. And yeah, a lot of members just started going elsewhere. You know, for good reason. You know, you got to take new opportunities. And the team was sort of slowing down. Growth wasn't the same. It was hard. The content wasn't performing as well as we wanted it to. And I sort of had a good long look at myself and the team, and it just wasn't really going where I wanted it to. And I'm very pessimistic. I can get very pessimistic when I'm on my own. And owning a team is so stressful on your own, which is a mistake that I made and I've learned from and fixed, you know. So I got an offer from Aerial Unit. I took the offer of Aerial Unit. I said that I would come back to 404 after my contract was up, which I did. But, you know, I waited it out, sort of thing. I wanted to, you know, get a break from ownership, because ownership is so stressful on your own. And It's not really great, to be honest. It's probably the hardest position within any team, is being an owner. And you know, my mental health went down the drain, sort of thing, and I fucking took a break. I went to Aerial. I worked in a community management. I did fun shit because community management is fun as fuck, and you know, I enjoyed it. I really did. Aerial was great. I left ownership in the hands of Lewis and Josh, and they did well, but it wasn't working out with them either, and we decided to close down operations completely. I took a day off from Aerial, you know, sorted them out, made sure everything ran smoothly, and we ended the operations of the team. It was never going to be a permanent choice. It was just, you know, while we get shit sorted, while we figure out what direction we want to take 404 in, and that's what happened. Now, we got to the end of my contract with Aerial Unit. It was only a 3-month contract. It lasted from April all the way until July, I think. Like, July-ish. No, it was from April to just the end of June. So, early July. And, I spoke to 𝗦𝗦𝗖𝗦𝗦, I spoke to 𝗦𝗦𝗖𝗦𝗦, because those two I was very close to in 404 with. And they wanted to bring back 404. So I spoke to Eric, the owner of Aerial. I said, look, I'd love to stay on with Aerial. However, I really want to go back to 404 and run it again. I know what I did wrong. You know, I want to take this opportunity to go back. And they were like, well, that's fair enough, but we want you. So anyway, long negotiating happened, and I managed to get a great deal where I could do both. So we started work on bringing back 404. We figured out everything that was wrong last time. Lack of management, lack of ownership, you know, it was just me owning, but I wanted a strong management around me, so we had the executives, which is basically responsibilities of an owner without being an owner, sort of thing. And from there, eventually, 𝗦𝗦𝗧𝗦𝗦 and 𝗦𝗦𝗧𝗦 ended up becoming part owners of 404, and that took off a lot of stress. We got some great executives, blibbity blabbly blop. We came back, we had some awesome management, and a lot of them gone to amazing teams from there, and yeah, we came back strong as ever, brought back a lot of the originals, brought in a shit ton of new people, and the team's going great. You know, we have some awesome plans. We're focusing clothing and content, which is our two favorite things. We have the esports rosters. We have a strong Fortnite roster. We have a player in Valorant. We're working on a Call of Duty team. We're working on some SSB players, but we're not throwing ourselves too far into the deep end when it comes to esports, because that was a big issue for us. We're taking it slow, we're focusing on the things we enjoy, and we're taking 404 where we want to take 404. And it's probably the best 404 has ever been. I would have to say this is the best 404 has ever been. Finally, I'm going to end off with a little bit of news for the future. So, I'm not going to go deep into this, I'm just going to say a couple of things we are working on. Well, we have 3 main things we are working on, but I'm going to tell you... Content. Okay, I said it earlier. Christmas content this year is going to be fucking awesome. All I'm going to say is 12 Days of Christmas. There you go. There is so many other things that I kind of hinted at, leaked out a little bit in this video. Take what you will, you know, you fucking leaking people. Go and rewatch the video and find out all the shit that I've mentioned. There's some awesome shit coming up. I haven't actually leaked it all in this video, but if you've stuck around and watched it all, then you deserve to know a little bit extra about what's going on behind the scenes. With that being said, thank you so much to everyone for watching. Thank you so much for liking, subscribing, hitting the bell, commenting, blibbity blabbly boop. Thank you to JT for sitting through all of this and editing it. You are the GOAT. We love you. And hope everyone has a great rest of your day. Peace out.